everybody. It is a wonderful and most unfortunate time to be alive and be a Project Zomboid Build 42 player. TLDR, Francisco Fultz is dead, but not completely yet. Out of all of the ways Francisco Fultz could have died, I did not expect it to be a Build 42 patch. A software patch is what is going to do him in the end. Now, I had spent some decent amount of time this week building some creative content around Mr. Frank Fultz. And you know what? I'm going to have to repurpose some of that content, and today we're going to have a funeral. So I want to show you the build file. I did this earlier today just, on my own because I wanted to be prepared for what might happen and accept fate as it is. But Build 42, take a look at this last screenshot that we had played. This was our backup right before I converted over to the latest Build 42 version. And you're going to notice the next picture, he's got no clothes on. So Frank Fultz here, I'm going to just hit play so you can see exactly where we are in terms of what happened after converting Frank Fultz's character. Interesting that there's no music going on in the background here. But yeah, this was a completely unanticipated event that has happened. Build 42, just to kind of put it into perspective, for a while here we were talking about multiplayer. We're like, multiplayer would be fantastic. It would be great for multiplayer to show up. Well, multiplayer has now arrived in Build 42, but with that, it has just decimated anybody's save file that was built before this save. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and let the game show you what the hell is going on. So we're going to pause it right here, just immediately. I want you to take note of all of the moodles that you see on Mr. Frank. We're just a little bit hurt, at a breaking point. We're freezing, we're in agony, we're extremely overloaded and exhausted. The health indicator that we have here, we now have a plantain poultice on our left hand, a fracture, and our left hand is burned. Our right hand is also apparently burned. Our skills have been completely reset. So Frank, his character as it stands right now, has nothing. And remember, we were at forging level 9. If you look at the info, we are still at our 80 kilograms, but our zombie kill count has been reset as well. So Mr. Frank is in his final moments here with no clothing, by the way. I think that we are still in the house that we had taken over. So here is what is going to go on. I am going to continue to raid this house in maybe 60 seconds. We're going to see what is going to happen. But I've prepared something for Mr. Frank Fultz, and I think it's only right to use this as a testament to his downfall. So let's go ahead and play this background that I had made while we see what Frank Fultz's final days or final moments are like.
93 days. 93 days since I heard a voice that wasn't my own. 93 days of checking the perimeter. 93 days of rationing cans. 93 days of talking to no one. They say the world ended. Maybe it did. My name is Frank Fultz. I'm still here.
But are you really still here, Frank? Having all of this stuff, like, still 2 months into the apocalypse, and it's saying that this is, like, basically day one. So it looks like, yeah, we have lost everything that was, like, in that house. Oh, God, come on. Walk down the stairs, Frank. You could do this. Yeah, we've lost the bag that was here, everything that was inside. But we still have our vehicle. And apparently the health isn't going down anymore. But yeah, it looks like the entirety of our inventory supply that we had taken is gone. Everything in the house has been reset entirely. You got no clothes. The Emperor himself has no more clothes. Now, normally I wouldn't condone this, but I mean, I think that we need to go out in style here. There's not much that we can control when it comes to the zombie apocalypse. But what we can control is how we go out in it. Is our map even still the same? It's painful to look at the map, I guess. Guess he doesn't want to look at the map. We're going out in style, boys and girls. Ow. Driving with a fracture. Yeah, how shitty for everything to just be completely messed up. So we're gonna let nature take its course here. Oh God, okay, let's see, maybe the lickety split has something left inside it for us. Can I even get out of the car? I can't get out of the car anymore, dude. Yeah, the save is jacked. All right, well, we'll go out our way. Can't turn the light bar on either. Oh man, this is awful. What about the horn? Can't even honk the horn. Okay, wait a minute, there we go. There's that light bar. Wow, dude, there's a lot of spiffo vans here. Look, our generator is gone. Everything that we had earned. Just getting everybody's attention in the area. This is what we're doing. We're going out this way. Hang on. There we go. Get everybody's attention. Come on. Come on, friends. Frank needs to make some friends. We're gonna drive this thing full speed and see where this road ends. There goes the windshield. This is Frank number one. This is the end of Frank number one. Just driving through Riverside at full speed with the alarm on. And like I said, normally I wouldn't condone doing such crazy behavior, but we're gonna have to enter an alternate reality where Frank is still alive. Oh shit, okay everyone, there it goes. Oh, the nakedness. Oh. Don't worry. Don't worry, Frank. Retreat to the bank. It'll all be okay. They can't possibly find us in here. Oh, no. Oh, I couldn't close it in time. All right, what's going on upstairs? Oh, no. I'm able to break the window. Window. Smash that window. Oh! Smashing the window killed me. Smashing the window killed me. That's what it was. You know what? He went out on his terms. the original... Yeah, look, I survived for 2 hours. BS. We survived for 93 days. 93 days. But you know what? We are not going to stop there. This was all part of the plan, my friends. The unfortunate side effect of playing on build 42. So our funeral for let's try that again. Our funeral for Frank Fultz the First is taken care of. We've figured out how he died in that alternate reality. And I mean, at least he got to go out that way as opposed to just completely dying by the update. Now I know that you didn't get to hear our intro there before Plasmid, so I'll play it one more time. Let me turn the game volume down really quick. Let's do game fade out. Let's do death by software. Yeah, that was the unfortunate reality.
93 days. 93 days since I heard a voice that wasn't my own. 93 days of checking the perimeter. 93 days of rationing cans. 93 days of talking to no one. They say the world ended. Maybe it did. My name is Frank Fultz. I'm still here.
Yes. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate that the game had to shit the bed. But you know what? We're gonna make do with what we can. At least we got each other, right? So this is the new plan. So I prepared for this so that it wouldn't just be a random occurrence on the stream. So we are going to be launching into what I am calling the Frank Fultz Chronicles, the Frank Fultz Reanimated, if you will. We have had, this is episode 14, so 13 previous episodes to establish this character, and I actually really enjoyed the character that I was portraying. So instead of quitting like a quitter, we are going to win like a winner. I refuse to accept that is how Mr. Frank Fultz died. So this is not the story of how Frank Fultz died. Rather, this is the new reanimated story of how Frank Fultz thrived. You all jumped into the series episode 1 on probably like day 35, something like that. Almost day 40. So you never got to see the beginning of this game, and now we're gonna do that. But we're gonna change it up. Last time Frank OG was in Echo Creek, right? And we had established ourselves a nice little spot down here where I guess it's called Wadsworth Lake, but we called it Camp Fultz. And we had migrated and lost our lives in Riverside just now. So rather than start in Riverside or Echo Creek, definitely not West Point, we are going to kick it back to some OG Project Zomboid in the starter world of all starter worlds, or starter town, called Muldrow. Muldrow new and improved, mind you, because the Indie Stone has been very busy putting in the necessary hours here. So let me go ahead and read this for you. Muldrow grew as an army town, but now welcomes folks from all walks of life. Commuters to bigger towns like West Point and Rosewood, military families, and some living below the poverty line. Despite its small size, Muldrow boasts a sizable motel, a recently expanded primary school, a huge lumberyard, and the finest spiffo burgers this side of Kentucky. Sure, not much happens here, but that doesn't mean Muldrow life is dull. We are going to be starting in Muldrow. That is our starting location under the new game save, Frank Fultz Reanimated. Now, I did create a Frank Fultz Reanimated sandbox setting here. There's a reason I'm starting in sandbox, and that is because I like the day length to be a little bit longer. So the default is 1 hour and 30 minutes. The length of the day is going to be 2 hours, and everything else is effectively the same. So we're getting started on the right foot here. You can see I haven't really changed anything else. Anything that would be changed would be in yellow. I did change the electricity shutoff to be at least 21 days, but it will still happen within the first 30. So that means that we get a little bit more time to prep. But the water shutoff, I figured that, minimum of 14 days is totally fine. I am not messing around with the Z spawn settings. I know that some people really like to turn off spawns. That's not the way that we're going to go. We're going to deal with the zombie migration. You will notice that there is an infinite gas pumps checkbox here. If enabled, gas pumps will never run out of fuel. This is an important point that we've just now learned. Gas pumps can run out of fuel, so that sucks. Yep, we're going to leave everything else as it is, and all of the mods are going to be disabled for right now because the game is in such a messed up state with that like it will crash. It won't even load. So we are going to just change the day length to 2 hours. Now, our character that we had before, I think I had him as Park Ranger. Oh, no, look. Yeah, I even removed it. So we're going to do Frank Fultz Reanimated. Thank goodness I had already created this. Now I'm second guessing one of these, but I think that we should just play it out and see how it goes. I don't know, Plasmid, maybe you can throw your 2 cents in here. But this is the current profile that we have for our prospective Frank Fultz. So just so everyone is aware, the park ranger occupation, out of all of the occupations that you can start with, it gives you some unique advantages. You are much faster moving through forests and the woodland, and you start with +1 axe skill, +1 carpentry, +2 foraging, and +2 trapping. And I believe you start with a deficit of -4 points that you have to balance out. So the chosen traits that I have right now are short of breath, which are +5 is the cost. We have faster endurance loss. Motion sensitive. We get motion sickness in a moving vehicle. Now that is completely new. That did not exist before. Plasmid says, I was never sure what hits and losses to take here. Yeah, this is really up to you. So I'm going to look at this through the lens of what our character roleplay is going to be. So Francisco Fultz, in my mind, is in his late 40s, and he is a weathered park ranger and has a lot more outdoorsy skills. Now, we are going to tailor the character in such a way that we're going to play toward that play style of I can't just fight everything, right? So that's why I've taken short of breath here. We get faster endurance loss if we are fighting, which sucks. And the motion sensitive, people are saying this new trait is absolutely unbalanced right now. And I think that, what a perfect time for us to try things than right after the update. But motion sensitive, we get motion sickness in a moving vehicle, and that cost of +4 is hefty, but it comes at the price of us allowing us to get some positive traits here. The original traits that we're carrying over were slow healer, right? So we recover slowly from our injuries and illness, which that gives us a +3 cost. Weak stomach, which is another +3 cost. That's a higher chance to have food illness. Best way to get around this, just don't eat food that can kill us. Slow reader. I believe that this is new. I'm adopting this. It's not new, but new for the character. We're going to adopt this because I envision Frank as somebody who learns through doing and it doesn't really find the reading side of things as engaging, but he can still do it, right? So that +2, it'll take us longer to read books and other literature, but that really is just at the cost of time. This is a new one that I'm picking up for Frank. It is the smoker trait. Our unhappiness rises when tobacco is not smoked, and our stress and unhappiness decrease after smoking tobacco. This is going to be an interesting challenge now because they have changed smoker to not only do that, but my character will now cough as well. And coughing can alert people to my position. So that's going to play into the character We also have high thirst, which this used to be, much more expensive than, like in cost than it is now. It's a +1, so they nerfed it. So we just need more water to survive. And as long as you are around water, it should be really easy. Get them zins. Yeah, get them zins. Yeah, we're gonna have to. But now, on to the positive traits, right? What does Francisco Fultz benefit from in this universe? I have now added cat eyes. So that is a -2 cost with the ability to have better vision at night. Build 42 introduced new lighting changes to the game, and it gets pitch black at night if you can't see. So I envisioned Frank, he's been out there, in the wilderness by himself for a while. He's probably well adept to being able to see at night, so we got the cat's eyes. We're bringing back outdoorsy, -2, for less affected by harsh weather conditions. This means that we can be out in the rain, out in the snow, out in the cold, and we're going to be less affected by those negative buffs or debuffs. We are carrying over herbalist, right? So that we can find medicinal herbs and craft medicines and poultices from them with the additional benefit of another +1 foraging. So now that means that our foraging is starting at level 3. And then you get this hefty 8 and an entirely new skill that I decided to adopt, wilderness knowledge. You can find medicinal herbs and craft medicines and poultices from them and make simple stone and bone tools. So mixing together the herbalist with the wilderness knowledge here, this gives us +1 carving, +1 foraging, +1 napping, and +1 maintenance. So that means that our foraging is now going to start at level 4, which is what I envision a park ranger with years and years of experience in Muldra would have. So we are going to be really, really outdoorsy. Speaking of the major skills that our character has access to as a park ranger, we are going to have the major skills of utilizing the axe with a +75% XP bonus. Same thing with carpentry with a +75% XP bonus, +75% XP bonus on carving as well. These are all different skills in build 42 that are, like I'd say, carving and carpentry. I want to dive a little bit further into that. Carving and napping and stonework, masonry, that's all part of the new mechanics that build 42 allows us to have. So having some additional bonuses on that, fantastic. Our fitness is going to start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so standard fitness. Now our foraging, right? We're starting at level 4 with a 125% experience bonus. That is going to help us tremendously. I will point out that they did change in this latest update the way that foraging experience is acquired. In the past, you might have noticed this in previous streams, Frank would go and he would forage something, and when he would find something, he would get experience. And then when he would pick that up, he would also get additional experience, or he could discard the item and get additional experience. So you were getting 2 times the experience than you should have. So they have fixed that. So we will be leveling that slower, but with the 125% XP bonus, there's nothing that we can't do. Our napping, +75%. Dude, working with stones and stuff, holy God, it takes a long time. So having the 75% bonus on that, I'm taking it. Maintenance as well. I mean, that is the ability for our weapons to not degrade over time. So having an experience bonus to level that thing up, the higher the maintenance, the more happy I will be. Our strength is also starting at level 5. And then finally, to top us all off, our trapping is at level 2 with a 100% XP bonus. So that is our Frank Fultz Park Ranger there. Hope that ties everything together. The reason that we're choosing the shorter breath, we're kind of pairing that alongside the smoker habit, and then we're introducing in that motion sensitive. So, Mr. Frank, that is you. And I already got Frank's character model set up here, so we don't got to sit here and wait. I've decided to throw on a little ponytail and some glasses. So, Frank Fultz, the male, with a ponytail and a goatee. Now we're going to kick it off. We're going to go directly into Muldra. Now, the beautiful part about starting over in this, chaotic world that we live in of Build 42 updates. Hey, Jod, they reduced XP. Yeah, boo. But not foraging was always easy to level up. Yeah. Sorry, an unexpected thing occurred. The following contain useful information about this error. Oh, quit to desktop. Oh my goodness. Okay. Not sure why that just happened. So let me shift my scene over here. If I quit, here. I'm gonna switch my scene back to the main scene, or the starting scene. Okay, so starting fresh. Welcome to Build 42 testing. Here are some quick tips on what has changed. Firearms aiming has been upgraded. Building and crafting are now done by pressing the new icons in the top left. Hold E to drag bodies. Farm animals need livestock zone. Gamepad Steam functionality have not been yet integrated. Okay, we've got the radio. We're not starting with the TV. Ah, shit. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that we would start with the television. So let's take a look here. We are going to keep, so I'll turn the radio off here. We want to take a look and see if we are able to find the emergency broadcast station that is on the list for the beginning, because we are going to now have to deal with the helicopter event. Sorry, let me kind of get my bearings. We are going to get ourselves a can opener and empty saucepan that we will put on our back. We got ourselves an empty bowl. Okay, there's the salt, yeast. Okay, we'll grab the apple for now. But we're gonna take a look and see what's going on outside. So we have spawned in the trailer park in Maldra. Here's our starting skills here. Let everybody take a look. Yeah, so our character is not going to be really intended to fight large swaths of the undead right now, because Frank, being a little bit older, gets exhausted a little bit faster. All right, this guy is a shambler for sure. Got another bucket hat. All right, I want to find a television. Oh yeah, hang on. Do you have a watch? Yes, you do. Okay, we will wear this on our left wrist. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. You're a lot more experienced than when I first saw you play. Thank you. Yeah, I was getting back into back into Zomboid in general. All right, here we go. We're going to turn this TV on, and we're going to turn into the Life and Living TV. Welcome to the Cook Show. We made it. Okay, fantastic. So this is something that Frank did not really get to do in his OG time in the original build, right? I spawned in Echo Creek originally and did not have access to a television. So the TV improves your life so much. Best piece of advice I can give you is within the first couple of weeks here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Hang on. No. I'm pressing the wrong button. No. Like, did I just get bit? Hang on. Hey. Oh my God, I did get bitten. Okay, hang on. That is so sad. We're gonna have to restart for the second time today. Oh my God. My mouse was on a different screen and I didn't check the fucking bathroom. So that's there. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. I'm infected. This is the perfect way to start this stream. We're gonna die not once, but twice in the same stream. So much for experience. That's for sure. So it just goes to show you can quickly fuck things up. My hand was not on the mouse, and I did not check the rest of the house. So there you go. There's Frank's second death. Frank, just end it. Just end it, boy. It's gonna be okay. Never mind. I take back what I said about, yeah. You're still very green. That was completely my bad, dude. I saw that guy and I could not get my hand on the keyboard fast enough. Lesson learned. I need to check the house before I say anything. Well, we're gonna try it one more time. That I am so just boobity boobity boo. We're gonna revert back. You totally didn't see any of that happen. All of my talking led up to that moment and I did not grab the mouse quick enough. That was incredibly embarrassing. What I was trying to say in the midst of all of that, while I get the character set up for the third fucking time, is that, we'll rename it Frank Fultz. If I can type in here, Frank Fultz, V3. Can't put spaces in the name. Frank Fultz. Reanimated. _ V3. There we go. This time I won't die. I promise you. Yeah, what I was trying to say to you in the midst of getting completely overwhelmed and not grabbing the keyboard because I was distracted and trying to speak to you was that looking at the TV in the first week gives you experience. Different things throughout the day, 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m., with 6 a.m. being the cook show, noon being the carpentry on Life and Living, and then 6 p.m. being a random survival skill. Yeah, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. That was all just part of the ruse. I told you from the beginning this is how we died. I'm going to just completely own up to that one. That was my bad. I walked in, I didn't hear a single zombie in that house, and I just assumed. I was like, okay, let me just start watching TV. Did we start in a bigger house with a TV? Okay, cool. Let's turn the TV on. I accidentally turned that thing on. We are going to go to Life and Living and tune in. So we should be safe in our first house. So while this is going on, all right, let me point out where we are at. Our cooking skill is at level 1 right now. But through the Life and Living channel, we will level that up. Turn the volume up too. So we'll go in the kitchen, see what's going on. We got canned beans, canned mushroom soup, empty pan, spatula. Welcome back to the cook show, folks. That's what we like to see. Did you lose 4212? Yeah. So let me catch you up, Jod. What had happened? After the update, it nuked my character save, and I loaded it earlier today, and it was not working. So I effectively was like, well, we're just going to kill off the old Frank, and we're going to birth the new one and do this from the beginning, because the original stream, first 13 episodes were from actually my first Build 42 save file that I had ever created. And that was like back in December of last year. And we made it really, really far, only to have the game update kill our character, basically. It reset everything. All of the skills were back to 0. The kill count was 0. I had burns on my hands and a fracture. It was like, what the fuck? Like everything that could have gone wrong with our character was wrong. So I decided, I was like, I didn't come that far just to, lose the character in that way. So we're repurposing the character. Did you transfer it? I'm still on 4212, but because a year is a long character. Yeah, I backed up the save. So, I think I could continue it if I wanted to, but this would put me in a position where I would have to stay on that old save and wouldn't be, getting any of the fun updates that were going on. So, all right, we got some steak, we got beef. Okay, so we're gonna make the most of the food situation that we have because our other character, right, was living in a world full of rotten food. All right, we got in here, we got a plunger. Okay. You see a plunger, I see a weapon. Oops. Yeah, and we got the electricity back on, the water back on. Yeah, we are going to do this right. All right, we got a sheet, picture, nosy Nate at the hospital. So, shifting gears into a new playthrough. I got a saxophone, electric bass, and 2 drumsticks. Heck yeah, dude. And some jars. What is the beginning of the game goal that we have, right? You should recognize, the basics, the food, water, and shelter. we have started off in our shelter here, but long term, what I would like to do is I would like to tie our character arc back into Camp Fultz, right? We are starting in Muldra now. Let's see what side of Muldra. This is a nice neighborhood. Okay. Yeah. And we also got a nice little thing here. But Echo Creek, let's see if I have to turn that way. Echo Creek is like all the way to the left. So we're starting in an entirely new area, and we're going to make our way to Echo Creek over time. More saxophone and a wooden mallet. All right, well, I am going to turn the TV on. We're going to go outside. Yeah. So Muldra is a very nice community. We should be pretty safe in the beginning here. There's a guy in here. And I'm gonna not be dumb. Hang on, let me investigate, make sure I don't got anyone behind this thing. We don't want a repeat of what just happened. Now, can I open this door? No. Excuse me, sir, but you happen to be inside of my shed. Well, just break it, why don't you? All right, digital watch. That's what I want, actually. 10 a.m. All right, so we are going to make sure that at noon, I'm going to remove the broken glass. Ooh, okay, yeah. Window, remove the broken glass. We are going to make sure that at noon, we go back inside and take a look at the television. All right, we got steel rod. You know, steel rod seems like it would probably be better than a plunger. So I'm going to drop the plunger. And look at this. We got a badge now. We got our ID card and our badge. Super cool. All right. We got 2 steel rods. Anything in here? Got a latch, a wood saw. Electrical 1. We got two electrical ones and 2 knee pads. I will wear both of the knee pads. All right, so we got left and right knee pads on. Sweet. There's battery. We'll leave the books. We don't need them for right now. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, so the beginning of the game, right? We've got effectively 14 days before we are going to see what is known as the helicopter event. And the helicopter event exists just to fuck your shit up if you're having a good time. So within the next 14 days, we want to kind of establish an interim safe space, beginning with our little perimeter that we have here. And with electricity comes, you know, the ability to wash your clothes and use the refrigerator and do all of the stuff that we were not able to do by hand with Frank before. And this has 12 and a half hours of cooking. Phenomenal. Use the saxophone as a weapon. I have never used the saxophone as a weapon. Let's see. Hang on, is it musical instrument or a weapon? Well, you got me there, John. I'm about to beat some heads in with a saxophone. Yeah, so we are in the safe part of Muldra right now. We're gonna do ourselves a favor and clear out the immediate area and establish ourselves a little safe zone. Yeah, this guy got a jacket. Yeah, okay, that looked like it was a backpack, but yeah, just a hoodie. Oh, and we're thirsty again because I didn't grab any water. So the premise behind the character and the play style. Let's get into that while I am luring some people. The play style for Frank Fultz that we are going for is an outdoorsman. So while we are starting in Muldra, the goal is to become more self-reliant, to be out into the wilderness, build ourselves, a little safe haven. We're going to have more moments where we're going to be fishing, doing all of that fun stuff. Oof, I am feeling minor pain. Is that from swinging? I have muscle strain from swinging the saxophone. I mean, I think I would be too if I was exhausting myself like that. Nomadic or staying in one spot. So we are going to be nomadic, I believe, is kind of my goal. Like what I had done in the previous save was establishing, my little spot and kind of building outward from there. But I did start originally last time in Echo Creek, and there was not a lot of options in terms of construction and finding a vehicle and all of that. I had to do a lot of walking on foot. Muldra is going to put us in a position where we're going to be better, suited to get the necessities that we need. And I'm much more familiar with this side of town. So I think that playing nomadic is still going to be in the cards. We're going to be trying to work our way toward Echo Creek, but for the time being, we are going to be in Muldra for probably at least the first like 3 streams, I would say, of this new Reanimated series. Now they've redone Muldra. Yeah, it's such a nice area with like big homes, and because we're day 1, you're not dealing with the 5 million zombies. Ooh. I saw somebody had created oh no, my saxophone is broken. Okay, so we got one. Somebody had created a mod that you let the Zeds ragdoll when you pushed them down the stairs, and I thought that was brilliant. You can see that zombie is still ragdolling. All right, we got another guy coming here. So yeah, the time is going to be moving a lot slower in here. You notice that it is 11:10, and it feels like we've been fighting for decades. I am doing that on purpose because I feel like having more daytime allows us to move at a more appropriate pace that I would like. Like I said, I am not playing rat race style. I am playing more strategic, long-term in terms of this character. So I am not going to be fighting, like large swaths of these things if I can help it, because my character, I'm going to try to stick kind of true to roleplay for what Frank likely would do. So I'm much more of a stealth-based character and outdoorsy. I'm liking that this is giving me more time to do this stuff, because I normally feel very rushed when I'm trying to clear things out. All right, we got some flyers already. Ovo Farms, we got a parking ticket. Love Duet Bride and Groom Boutique. I'll hold on to these, and we'll walk around this perimeter, get an idea of what this house looks like. There's a nice bench here. Kenny G would be proud, says Plasmid. Come on, Frank. There we go. 11:30. This is propane, 15 and a half hours. Nice. And there's a basement in this house. Let's first see if the door is unlocked. Which it is. Okay, and now we are not going to trust anybody. We'll turn the TV on. And we're tuned in. All right, life and living should be coming on in 30 minutes. So I'm going to look through the house and first make sure I am not going to get snuck up on, because I don't want to repeat of what happened 20 minutes ago. How embarrassing. Went so long without dying and then basically just walked right into that one. All right, is there anybody upstairs? It is quiet in here. It's almost too quiet. I don't believe it. Okay, well, looks like we are safe in, I mean, at least upstairs. Okay, there's 9mm. We will grab that 9mm pistol and the box of 9mm rounds. Because while our character does get exhausted, it would be fantastic to level up some of this stuff, you know, as early as possible. Dude, the basements. I might move into this house. This seems like, yeah, dude, you got work lights and everything too. Hell yeah. Box of nails, maintenance, oh, chat. I blush. What else is in here? Wrench, welding rods. What the fuck, man? There's a lot of stuff in here. And paint, okay. Well, we're gonna go upstairs. Just double check this real quick. Welding rods, hand drill. Dude, that's dope. All right, I think we're gonna move into this house. This will be our main safe place. We're thirsty again, you kidding me. Zapper, this is gonna teach us the remote controller. Yeah, so this is what we wanted to watch. Let's go ahead and take a read of that magazine. Now, carpentry, look at that. We went from level 1 to level 2 and we didn't even have to do anything. So this is why we take so much advantage of what opportunities we have in the very first week. So these tapes are like what we used to have to rely on the tapes before in the previous stream series. They're going to be playing live 3 times a day on the television. Like I said, 6 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. And noon is always woodcraft. 6 a.m. is always the cook show. And then at the end of the day, it is a random survival trait. It is either like fishing, foraging, tracking, trapping, first aid, that type of thing. Now, our carpentry is halfway through level 3 at this point. So we're gonna keep up on that. This is gonna be a very important thing for us to keep up on. And we didn't really get that opportunity, like I said, in the other stream, because I spawned in a place that did not have a television in my original stream, and I basically missed every single day that they had. We got any water in here? Bags of chicken nuggets. All right, we're gonna consolidate that food. I guess we can turn this TV off right now. We're gonna move some of our stuff from that other house that we spawned in. Panic closet. From the house that we spawned in into this house. Ooh, okay, we got 2 Zeds that way. But yeah, we should feel a lot less rushed in our pacing. I don't know if the stream when I was playing, I had the pacing at like an hour for the daytime or an hour and a half. But 2 hours, it's 12:20 p.m. on the first day, and it feels like, we still got plenty of time, which, no rush. There's no wrong way to play Zomboid. Except for the way that gets you killed. All right, so we obviously can't go down there. Was there a cup? Got mustard. Take that frozen steak, move that over, move our canned beans. So yeah, first day is a lot of this, right? just kind of getting our initial bearings in order. What was that? We got cubes, sugar cubes, and dish towel. So there's no cup for me in here, which that sucks, but make do with what you got. Okay, and now this TV is still on. There are tweezers. I'll grab that. I'll turn the TV off so it's not making that sound. And then I'm also going to steal all of the curtains here. So part of the survival that we're going to have to tap into, like I said, is that helicopter event is going to be not so far away. It's going to happen within the first like 14 days of us being alive. And what will happen in that event is if we are outside and that helicopter spots us, it will be hovering around like a helicopter parent, and it will attract every Zed in the area and pull them to us. If we are out in the wilderness, then there's not really going to be any Zeds that we have to worry about. Oh, look. Okay, so we got some migrators over here that we're going to have to deal with. I'm going to drop all of this stuff. The heavy stuff, at least. I can, looks like he's not coming after me, so I can put it in the freezer. All right, we are gonna go into the freezer and we'll move that mutton chop and the steak. We got some sheets, so let's go ahead and plop a sheet on the window, right here on the door. Heli event, I don't feel is too bad. Just rearranges the zombie population nearby. Yeah, if you're not prepared for that helicopter event, it can really be like the game-breaking thing for you. I know it took me a little while to get past that initial hump. I remember vividly, like I said, surviving. Like, oh my god, I finally made it. 15 days. This is the longest I have ever survived. And then you hear that, the blades, the chick, 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 and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then next thing you know, you just have a million zombies. So if you play it smart, right? Some other people, the way that they like to deal with it is they like to board up their home and spend all of that time inside so the helicopter never even finds them. That is an option, and I'm not saying that is what we're gonna do, but we will be open to our possibilities. The only way for us to know when that is going to be happening is through a radio call. All right, let's go put our broken saxophone away. We got some flyers. I spent some time in my panic closet here. Hang on. There we go. So, let's take a look here. We've got Love Duet, Bride and Groom. Love Duet, Bride and Groom Boutique. Finding your special dress is a magical moment. We have dozens just waiting for you. Can't find exactly what we're looking for a special occasion? Come and meet our stylist. We also stock a wide range of suits, so the groom will look just as good as you. Start your beautiful future in the most beautiful way you can. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. 12609 US 60, Irvington, Kentucky. How do you turn off the URI? You can press V. I end up pressing I like remapped it to side button on my mouse. But yeah, I'm gonna try to use those moments, more effectively to turn the UI off for thumbnails and all that beautiful stuff. Ovo Farms. Ovo Farms knows eggs. We are the favorite of housewives all over Kentucky. Since 1968, our chickens have produced over 750,000 eggs. That is a lot of omelets. How do we do it? By caring about our birds. They're not just chickens, they are family. From just $1 a dozen, you can taste the love in our eggs. 1245 Payne Road, Echo Creek, Kentucky. Ooh. Think that is the chicken farm. Yep, that is the chicken farm that we have been to in our old series. Okay, so both of those flyers have been read. You can move them here. Pistol. We don't have anything that we can attach it to right now. I'm going to load the pistol and the rounds into the shelf here for now. We're going to stock our kitchen just a little bit. Put our canned beans in there. All right, we've got beef. We've got ham. I'll move the mustard in there. All right, next to the stove, we're gonna put the marinara, salt and sugar cubes. We still got our yogurt. We're gonna tap into the yogurt right now. Our starting weight is 80 and is going down. We are also anxious, so we need to find some cigarettes. That's something that our character is actually going to need now. All right, and we can move the instant popcorn. This puts me at 6.21 out of 12. All right, that magazine, I'm just gonna go ahead and plop to the side. We are going to continue. We're gonna go to the house next door. Oh my God, and we're thirsty. Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. Now, axes are some of our proficient weapons, right? So we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. I'm holding the steel bar right now because this is going to likely take less damage over time, like it's less likely to break. Making sure nobody's coming from behind me. All right, what we got? Just a house ring, okay. Other things that we are going to be keeping on the horizon, right? We're going to eventually need a vehicle, and with that vehicle, we're going to need gas. And before we can get gas, hang on, fossil oil, manufacturing job, Taco del Pancho. We remember Taco del Pancho. Yeah, before we're even able to siphon gas, you need to have a tube and a gas can. Before we can even use a generator, we need to learn how to use one. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, there's a guy with a backpack. All right, we know who we're killing. Here we go. All right. Ooh, a metallic dress style. And welcome everybody to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I really greatly appreciate it. If you could do me one favor, if you have not already, go ahead and click that like button. Lets the algorithm know that you enjoy this content and that others might as well. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do, and click that notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as I am live streaming or uploading content. Yeah, the beginning of the game can be a lot of this, same old grind. But we're gonna make the most of our situation, I will say. Okay, what do we got inside of here? There is not a generator. Anything fun? Mechanics 1 and 2. All right. I will take mechanics 1 and 2. Why not? Yeah, finding the books and stuff is also, going to help us. I think that, I don't know if it plays on the TV, that Car Zone. I know that you can find VHS tapes for Car Zone. But yeah, the mechanics, at least we've got book 1 and 2, and I think, we're starting at base mechanics. So we're going to have to move these dead guys so that we don't get sick. Let's move our books, put them on the shelf. I don't think that our starting house really had anything. Dude, I need a cup. That's what I need. All right, we're gonna drink. Oh my God, look. Speaking of cups, okay, we got an empty glass now. Fill that empty glass. And there's corkscrew for wine, another empty glass. We will fill that empty glass. All right. So now we can rest a little bit, a little easy. We'll continue with this house down to the left. Ooh. Oh yeah. There was that guy that I thought had I thought he had a backpack. So if we can find an axe, that's going to be like to our most advantage. Now, was there a guy with a backpack over here? I could have swore that there was. Maybe not. All right, we got 3 people. 3 people by the driveway. Oh, 4. What's this guy got in his chest? A hand fork. Ooh, okay. Yeah, now we're making our friends. Anybody got cigarettes or Zins? All right, we've got the hand fork. Making stone axes would be good too for long-term leveling up. Forgot what maintenance level is to make those. I think 2 or 3. Yeah, I think you're right on that. Ooh, this house has broken windows. I see potato chips on the ground. Something has run afoul at this house. Yeah, I've had to disable all of the mods too, so no filibuster rhymes guns are in here. Dude, what happened here? This was definitely not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. It's a little bit eerie. The magical woodland game pieces. All right, what have we learned? What have we learned, Steven? Check the house. There's money all over the floor. No one in the bathroom here. All right, we're gonna check the upstairs. Is there anybody upstairs? I think Vanilla Peasy is great by itself. Yeah, some of the mods that I had added was like that global proximity and that disable debug, option there. But honestly, I'm not opposed to the vanilla experience myself. And I'm trying my best to not cheese the game. And I play more to my character how I would. One of the mods that's interesting, though, that I've seen people use was like the Tetris mod, so it makes it so that your inventory management actually matters a little bit more. All right, we got a pillow. That's actually going to be important. We'll take that. That will improve our sleep. We got diary. I'm gonna start taking the curtains because we want that back to the house. So you're gonna notice that our character is now feeling agitated. And that is really because we don't have any cigarettes or tobacco. So on our other character, you might remember smoking cigarettes actually made him anxious and made him nauseous. That's not going to be the case with this Frank Fultz. All right, we are going to fill up. I guess maybe we don't need to. Curtain, remove these curtains. So we got 3 sheets. All right, I think 4 might do. Yeah, switching the in-game time to the 2 hours definitely allows me to play at a more relaxed pace, I would say. I feel like I would get things going and then have to leave, and head back to another spot or whatever. with like the hour or hour and a half. Another empty glass. We're gonna want that. Canned pineapple. Are there any bags that we can, like a garbage bag or something? A fresh chicken leg. It's better hot. Okay, well. And a mortar and pestle. We found the mortar and pestle at the beginning of the game. Garbage bag. Equip secondary. Yo, okay. Now we're gonna put the sheets in the garbage bag. We will put the canned pineapple and the chicken leg in there. And the mortar and pestle. All right, there is a funnel. I mean, that's for maintenance. We don't really need that right now. I'll move the food that I can take. Plate's fine. Don't really care about that. All right, and then we want... Oh, look, a cigar. Okay, yes, I will take that. There's money. Cooking 1. We will absolutely take cooking 1. And then we've got our water, our seltzer. Anything in the fridge or the freezer? Ooh, a creamsicle. Okay. Dryer lint. A small carton of wine. And then we got socks and a dirty rag. Yeah, man, they've done a really good job with... Oh, look, and another sealed wine bottle. They have done a really good job with the ambience, I would say. I mean, this setting the scene, like, what the hell happened here? Something very wrong happened here, and I don't know what it was. We're gonna put this TV out of its misery. There's a photo album and a sheet of paper. Right, and I think that really is all we care about right now. All right, did any friend? Yep, there's the My Grotto. All right, so we are going to drop the garbage bag and go to war. Oops. Ooh, is that the guy? That's the guy with the backpack. Yeah. He's got a spiffo bag. All right, no one else is coming our way. Small backpack with a capacity of 15 and a reduction of 70. We will wear that. Look at us with our spiffo bag. All right, that garbage bag. We are still going to equip it as our secondary. I'm going to drop the garbage bag outside. I'm going to see if I can open this door. Nope. All right. And we've been around the perimeter. Seems okay. Please no alarm. 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 Okay. Whew. All right. Oh, look, and butchering level 1. Wonderful. All right. Let's check the perimeter. Do our due diligence to not kill ourselves again. I was so surprised, dude. You would think that you would hear a zombie. There was not even a sound. I didn't really get to explore blacksmithing. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, look at that. That's why you're always ready. Always ready. Yeah, I didn't really get to explore blacksmithing in the last save. I mean, we went to Coalfield and found the advanced forge, and I thought that was pretty sweet, but I didn't really get to do much. Right. I think that is the house. Okay. We got the phone book. There is a chance. Okay, we'll take the sheets. There is a chance that we might find something like a shotgun or a rifle up here. We're on, an interesting side of town. Oh, look, Hotties. All right, we got alcohol wipes, adhesive bandage. The hairspray can be used in improvised devices. Yeah, and I don't think, show craft recipes. Yeah, so I have the ceramic mortar or pestle. You need the box of sparklers, aluminum foil, and you do need the recipe. Recipe hasn't been learned, so can't do that. Blacksmithing, it is okay-ish, useful if you're using a weapon and you can forge like a long mace. Armor is very yeah, I think that's what we were having that conversation like 2 streams ago, that the actual implementation right now needs, improvement for the armor. All right, so we got a garden hoe, we got bolt cutters, the whetstone, lovely fleshing tool, and then we've got hair dye, purple dye. And those bolt cutters, I'm gonna put them in the backpack for right now. I mean, and a lot of this stuff is worn here, but I can move some of this stuff into the house at least. Getting the funnel. Sweet. All right, yeah, there was nothing. Oh, there's a basement. Yep, there's a friend. Anybody else in the basement? Nope. Plaster. Okay, so, oh, look, a shovel and a mason's chisel. All right, I am going to grab the shovel, put the pipe wrench away. All right, dude, small ball peen hammer. Yeah, okay, so we got a lot of stuff here. Oxygen tank, file set. These are perfect bolt cutters, so I can throw out the worn ones. Ooh, and an iron pipe. Does not generate maintenance XP when used as a weapon. You got a blower fan as a material. Garbage bags, safety scissors, a locker. Nice. Okay. Well, I dig it. We're going to grab the book that I saw in here, Butchering 1, American Homesteading. Make a jar of preserved food. Oh, that's what we want. Yeah, I think that we had jars in our starting home. And just in case here, let's turn this TV on, turn it onto life and living. It's like, I do believe it starts at 6, not at 5, but just to be sure. Okay, I was in the middle of reading the magazine. So this is going to teach us how to make a jar of preserved food, which is going to be hella awesome because preserved food lasts a whole lot longer. So anything that we cook, if we're able to preserve it, more power to us. And we've done a really good job of catching all 3 of the TV sessions today. I'm gonna speed up time here a little bit. You can see actively how much time it takes to even read like a flyer for our guy now. All right. This cigar I cannot smoke. Brochure for Fossil Oil. That is in Louisville, Fossil Oil Field. Okay. I might be able to just head back to the house next door. Oh, shit. Bouillon. All right, hang on. I gotta whoop some ass. Because the Zeds keep migrating. All right, anybody else want some? No, thank you. Let's go. Garbage bag. Equip it in our secondary. All right. We're gonna haul this shit back next door. Hopefully, yep, there doesn't seem to be anybody new. All right, end of day one. Day one is looking much better now. Yeah, so this series is going to feel a lot longer than your standard Project Zomboid experience because of the 2-hour day time. All right, let's start moving these books, and we're going to turn our TV on. Let's see if I double click it. Does it turn it on? No, they've added some new actions. Okay. I'm probably going to want to stick with cooking 1 and start reading that, but exposure survival. Putting that in the freezer. Doing the basics of outdoor life. What we doing? Okay, so we're fishing. This is gonna level up our fishing. All right, while that is going on, we're gonna add a sheet. So let's take a look here. Yep, so that should hopefully get us to fishing level 2. I don't think that we have any bonus experience. No, we do not. Sadly. But with our carpentry and our hammers and nails and stuff that we have here, we can actually make ourselves a little bit more of a home here. Okay, now let's put the rest of this food away. Good Lord, dude, move that box. Thank you. Don't need to craft. All right, we got cereal, chicken leg, chips, pork rinds, wine, that mortar and pestle, right? Like that mortar and pestle is going to be more of, a survival item. We're not going to use it right now. All right, let's add the sheet to the window. And it looks like our health is we're still heavy, so it's because the backpack, what's in the backpack? Can I move these? All right, we are going to add this sheet to the back window. Okay, let's put these sheets away. Yeah, I'm carrying way too much. That's what's going on. My steel rods. Let's put them on the table. We're gonna kind of take our inventory, put a little bit more stuff out in the world here. There we go, that should help. Wooden mallet, place that there. Get that screwdriver, bam. Hand fork. So we're getting ourselves established. All right, we've got 3 empty glasses. Okay, I seem to be not losing health anymore. Fantastic. We are a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna eat my tortilla chips. Getting ourselves a little bit of muscle strain. Welcome everybody to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Francisco Fultz. We are restarting our stream after losing our almost 100-day character to the build 42 update. Okay, I'm gonna put this garbage bag. Let's unequip it. And I will place that garbage bag. Yeah, I'll place it right here for now. All right, we've already read the magazine. Let's place that magazine back, and then we can maybe read through cooking. And is there any other? Yeah, okay, so we got 2 more windows that need covering over there. Grab these sheets. Yeah, it feels kind of refreshing to restart, honestly. I'm not as upset as you might think that I'd be after putting all that time in. So I feel like I had 13 streams to, understand my workflow a little bit better, get to know the character that I'm portraying. All right, do we have any more sheets? That might have been the last one for now. Okay, yep. Oh, it says, okay, there are curtains on that. I was gonna say. All right, what do we got in here? The pistol. Yeah, let's move the pistol back into the main inventory. Welcome all 6 viewers. It is great to see you. I am just some dude on the internet. If this is your first time joining, please click that like button if you like what you see. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell. I have been playing Project Zomboid now. This is stream number 14 and plan to continue doing so. So it's a pleasure seeing everybody hop in the chat, join the community. Always love meeting more people that love surviving the zombie apocalypse, especially Build 42. Drop in the chat your favorite Build 42 moment if you have one, I'm curious. Or if you have lost your own character to the latest Build 42 update, I would love to know your experience. Like I said, I just lost my 100-day character that was actually my first Build 42 character that I had ever made. Just lost him today. Sad time to be alive. All right, so we're just kind of tucking away all of these additional tools that we really don't need right now. Like, am I going to be making use of a fleshing tool for removing like fur or leather at this moment? No, I'm not. But having our cooking, our pistol, stuff like that, I think we're okay. And we are no longer at weight capacity, so that's great. Our character was hungry. I do think that we put, tell me it's not still in the bag. No, okay, I think the chicken leg that was already cooked. Where's the chicken leg? It was cooked. Tell me I didn't. It's not in this bag. I put it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I was like, please. All right, the chicken leg is better hot. So let's also see, are we able to, you can put it in the oven. I wanted to see if I could chop it up. I don't have like a knife or anything else that I could make. Oh, we're not very hungry. Oh, what? I got is this a pickaxe or is this the hoe? What the hell? This does not look like a garden hoe. Well, I'll put the garden hoe away. This spade is gonna help us a lot. Oh, I moved the tweezers, didn't mean to do that. The garden hoe is in my hand on accident. There we go. We got our broken saxophone. Welcome. We got 7 friends in the stream. Welcome to Build 42 Project Zomboid. I am just some dude on the internet. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to spend a little bit of time reading through cooking. I can turn this TV off so it's not going to make any noise or attract any friends. But because we have light, we might as well take a rest on the couch. And then we are going to fast forward time and read Cooking 1. Because like I said, if we are able to catch Life and Living 3 times a day, we are going to be getting a lot more experience. So best to make the most of the time that we do have, given that our cooking is level 1, almost level 2. I believe we were like level 3 on the last stream, almost 100 days in, but that was without watching any of the cooking show. So this is going to take our character a lot longer to read. We're 1 out of 220. Let's see. If I'm speeding this up, it's going to take like a whole ass day. "19 pages in like an hour. Ooh, the lighting. They really did change the lighting. It feels like blue outside. Well, that put us almost 69 pages. Oh, there's the cough. Okay, since we are a smoker, right? Like that is now part of our character, and that is likely going to draw Zeds our way eventually. All right, we're gonna fill up our seltzer water, all this other stuff. Might as well. And then, do I want to eat that chicken leg? Tell me I didn't. Okay, I was like, I didn't turn the oven on and just leave it there. Dude, I'm just like misplacing shit all the time. Where did I put that chicken leg? Is it in my backpack? Yes. Can't remember what I did 2 seconds ago. All right, I'm gonna turn that oven on just to get this cooked. We are already sad on our first day. We are drowsy and agitated and hungry. But that nicotine, okay, so this is burning. Sweet, cool, we'll turn that off. We are going to eat half of the chicken. Okay. And our cooking, it looks like we have a 0.9 multiplier. So we are at least getting something out of it. All right, we're gonna go upstairs to where our bed is. So we got the twin beds over here. Small bed in the corner. This is where we found that 9 mil. All right, we are going to set the time. Let's go to our watch here. I can find it. Digital watch. All right, we will set an alarm, and that alarm is going to be at 5:50 in the morning. So there's 6 hours worth of sleep. We will have a good sleeping comfort. It's exactly what we want. You like my character's drip, Jod? Okay, yeah. I was wondering what you meant for a moment. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, the character. Yeah, he's looking pretty dapper with his ponytail, too. All right, so it looks like it is raining today. I'm gonna turn this television back on. And take a seat on that ground. Continue reading. The Life and Living is going to turn on in 10 minutes, and we're going to get more cooking experience. And we need to get this agitation under control. If I can find some way to light the cigar that I have and find more cigarettes. I'm likely going to find more cigarettes, you know, at the trailer park or at the gas station. All right, we're back on the cook show. Let's do the times 2.
130 years remain strong in their stories. The blacksmith unexpected theft has led to delays in some tax cases. The computer...
Come on. Making pancakes. Pile of crepe. Well, there we go. We didn't make it to level 2, but that was only 9 pages. Oof-da. Reading the books is gonna take not 5 ever, it's gonna take 7 ever over here. All right, and our short blunt looks like we were leveling that up. Sweet, maintenance is, yeah, with the plus 75%, that slaps. All right, we are gonna take a look at the home a little bit north of us. We should still have the remainder of this chicken leg. It says it's better that it's when it's hot. Don't really, I can eat the rest of it. I think it will be fine. That's not gonna kill us. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Eat that chicken leg, Frank. Okay, while we sit here in the rain. All right, we're gonna fill up on our water. And we are gonna go north. Move our book. We're gonna move the pistol and all that other stuff. Yeah, so the weather doesn't bother us nearly as much as it would because we are an outdoorsman. So that's one of the advantages that our character has. You just look at this lighting system. They did such a good job. Louisville Police Headquarters. You plop that in the backpack. Now the real question is, can you teach me how to use a Jenny? Or do you got one? Now there is somebody on a window somewhere. There's a Jenny, bam. All right. Where is the Zed? That's what I want to know. Now, for all of our friends that are just now joining or have just joined recently, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining. I'm just some dude on the internet. Love to make content on Project Zomboid. I also produce my own music. If I could ask you one thing, if you have not clicked that like button or the subscribe button and you feel like doing so, would absolutely help the channel. We want to reach more people so that we can make more friends, so that we can tell Frank's story. This is Frank Fultz, Reanimated, after all. This guy is stuck in a sink. Stepbrother, no! Too far. Ooh, maple syrup. All right. Make sure nobody else is coming behind us. All right. So far, so good. It seems like that was the one person in the house, but again, I don't trust my lying ears. So I'm going to open my eyes. Check every room. Okay, there's a radio. Wonderful. We are going to be stealing that radio. All right, we got a hairdryer. I'm going to stand this way. Got some cologne. You can be normal and cool. That's what I have been saying. All right. Now, this device option. Do we have the emergency broadcast? We do not. Doesn't matter to me. We are still going to pick this guy up. This radio is worth its weight in gold. Can I pick it up? Device options, please. Here's disassemble. Do I gotta do the pickup option? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this radio, what we're gonna need to do is find the emergency broadcast frequency. And that frequency we're gonna tune into every day. And it will let us know the weather. It will let us know in the event the helicopter is coming, right? It'll say like air traffic or air activity detected. A bando. Did that go on my face? No. Where did that go? I have no idea. All right, we are going to... Guess I can't rip that. I will rip the bando. All right, let's unequip it. And we will rip it. There we go. Unequip it and rip it. Rip it real good. And we got some extra bandage. All right, so it didn't seem like there was anything else of interest in the upstairs. We still got a couple hours until the next time we got to tune into the TV. Oh, there's the can opener. All right, fork and spoon. Collect my water right now. All right, and you also got a saucepan with rice, fresh and uncooked. I will gladly take that too. Okay, and we got corn flour. There's aluminum foil. We will take that too. We use that for making a bomb. All right, taking all the packaged stuff. And then there's that maple syrup. Yeah, so this puts us in like a much better position than our original character on the original stream. The original stream, if you recall, like everything was rotten. Okay, I think we already have mechanics 1, but we're going to take both these things back to the house. Yeah, everything was rotten and moldy because all the electricity had gone out and we were just doing our best to survive day by day. Was there a basement in this house? I don't think that there was. No. All right. We're going to take our spoils back to the home. Yeah, and there's a guy at the very end over there. Oh, wow. That does look new. That's different. They definitely... That didn't used to exist. They changed Muldra. Now with this spade, we can also dig graves and bury these people. Don't miss. I swear, Frank. Lovely, lovely. Just to show you, let's do dig a grave right there. So with the grave dug, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna grab this guy, grab that corpse. Bury corpse. So we're gonna plop him in the hole. This will keep us from getting sick. That's like the main important thing is. Yep, okay, so you can put 5 bodies in one hole, it looks like. We're gonna move a couple of these bodies out of the way so that we don't get sick. Yeah, that's like one of the benefits of the shovel, that you can bury these corpses. Oh yeah, and there looked like there was a generator at that other house. I just didn't go over there quite yet. I'm gonna focus on moving some of these bodies while I have the time. So we have our basic sense of shelter right now. We've got a decent weapon. We've got a backpack. We've got, some water and all of that. We've got a handgun. Now, the next series of events that we're going to have to unfold is we are going to expect what's going on further in the town, right? There's adventure out there to be had. There should be Courtman Medical. I need to go down this road if I'm going to go to Courtman Medical. And then we can try to get ourselves a first aid kit. Here we go. And bury this corpse. All right, we don't got anybody sneaking up on us. All right, let me move this one, and I think I should be good on the corpse movement for now. It's nice that they added the animations and stuff, because the body used to just disappear, And now, it doesn't look like it's weighing me down as much as it is exhausting me. All right, there's that final corpse. So while he's burying that corpse, take a look at our character again for those of you that are joining on for the first time on this stream. Our character Frank Fultz here is a park ranger. He is short of breath. He is motion sensitive, a slow healer with a weak stomach, a slow reader, a smoker with high thirst, but he has cat's eyes, outdoorsy. He's an herbalist and has wilderness knowledge. Got that Lamborghini and that knowledge. All right. Let's go plop our book off. Yeah, see, we already had mechanics when I was right. All right, there's that radio. We're gonna put the radio on the table. Or let's put it in the kitchen. So we're likely gonna be cooking when this stuff goes down. We're gonna hold R and we will rotate it, place it just like we want it. Sweet. All right, we got fresh bread in here. We're thirsty already from moving all them corpses? Okay. All right, this has a sheet. Yep, okay, so then we'll need to put the sheet upstairs. Let's move the pork chop. We'll freeze it. All right, we've got maple syrup. Put that in the fridge. The frozen peas. Got the TV dinner, fresh, uncooked, frozen. All right, there's the aluminum foil. Yeah, we got a lot of good starting gear here. Definitely feels like we're off to a better start. Now, having the fork and the spoon in your inventory, it actually does make a difference in your ability to be happy. Whenever you're eating food, it'll help ensure that you aren't lowering your happiness eating with your bare hands. All right, we're gonna read the standard auto book here. So this is an instructive manual containing diagrams and common maintenance tasks for popular budget and family car models. And our guy's taking a sweet ass time. All right, so we have that read. Let's go ahead and put that away. We now know how to work on basic car models. All right, I am gonna sit, we're gonna rest on the couch, and I'm gonna fast forward reading through this book again, because I really want us to get as much experience as we can. I'm gonna stop us close to noon. So there you go, our exhaustion has gone away. With all of the windows covered, we should be good. We shouldn't have any zombies to worry about. Yeah, man, with the day being longer, it's crazy. I don't know if that counterbalances or counteracts the slow reader trait that we have right now. Like, is it a ratio or is it hard-coded? I don't know. Speaking as a software engineer, I want to know. All right, we're gonna turn this on. All right, life and living. We are tuned in. Okay. While we're waiting on that to turn on, let me fill up my water again. It is no joke being this thirsty. I only got one water? Is that what's going on? My God, man, you have so much water. Drink it. All right, here we are. We'll go back to reading our book. Yeah, I think that we'll finish cooking one by the end of the day.
Parents are advised to keep children indoors and avoid sending them to playgrounds or community centers. Local public transportation systems have either reduced operations or shut down entirely. Again, officials urge the public to stay calm.
All right, your one-stop shop for home improvement, intermediate carpentry. Yeehaw!
Avoid speculation and rumors.
Sick of seeing your fella's face, ladies? You need a wall in there. a big one. 3 nails, 3 planks. Take that hammer and bang, bang. That there's a piece of wall. Neat, huh? Now doors and windows, that's the end game. There's one thing you can do for them right now, mind. And that's find them a place to hang. Windows, frames, door frames. All the same to me. 4 planks and nails. Let's go. There you go, ladies. Bang, bang. Most fun I had recently with my shirt on. Next time, intermediary part 2. We find somewhere you can rest that sweet behind. Chairs, don't miss it. Woodcraft. So there's the Woodcraft channel. All right, how much do we have left? We're on page 1. We got to read 100 pages. All right, we can do this. We're gonna read through. We are so agitated. Spending time in our neighborhood here. You guys just can't win. He's hungry. He's thirsty. He doesn't like to read. It's same old Frank. You know, better to be hungry for food than hungry for knowledge. Did I drink all of my water? All 4 glasses? And this is not even empty? Contents can only be purified in a microwave. Seltzer, water, and water. So there's a mixture. Water bottle, container info. Well, I will drink it. I don't know why it wasn't automatically drinking it, but we're going to. Oh, look at that. And you can drink and you can walk. Great. All right, in terms of food, let's take a look and see what we're dealing with here. We got some mustard, some cheese, some ham. I mean, we could make a nice sandwich, but we don't got a knife, do we? Dare I say it, friends, we don't have a knife. We're gonna have to find one. We will fill up our glasses and our bottle. We are 1 hour and 56 minutes into this stream. All right, we're gonna eat our chips. So I think we're 80 pounds. It's still it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's gonna be fine, Frank. I really do want to find a way to smoke this cigar, though. All right, well, we don't got much longer left in this day because I've been prioritizing reading. So but this is going to set us up to get more experience on the cooking show. All right, speeding it up. 190. We are almost there. 200. Welcome back to Exposure Survival. You got camp, you got a water supply, but you're in for the long haul. Let's Robinson Crusoe, right? Time to farm. You won't get anywhere without seeds, so find them. Take a trowel, a shovel, hell, maybe even your bare hands. Dig some earth. Then sow seeds, and then water them. Keep them watered, don't trample them. And watch the sky. You're at the mercy of the elements here. Who doesn't like a carrot, eh? Until next time, guys. Hi, my name is Frank Green, and I run Green's Grocery. These days, green's a kind of big deal. We haven't forgotten where we came from. When my father set up shop all that time ago, he believed in family, in quality, and in America. I'm the same. How about you guys? We're all the same. You're part of the family. Green's Grocery. All All right, well, we'll turn that off, and we're at 2:06. Let's finish reading this book for the day. Getting through the boring stuff. Now, the mechanic book we'll save. We don't need to start doing that right now. I think arguably getting the cooking stat up because we found this, it doesn't make sense. But now, did we read this one unread? The commercial auto manual. I thought this is teaches intermediate mechanics. Instructor manual for common maintenance tasks, popular commercial pickups and work vans. Well, we're going to read that as well. I didn't realize that was in here. Okay, I'm going to speed this thing up. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my own water. All right, well, we have finished cooking one. So that's wonderful. That sets us up now with a 3x multiplier for the cooking skill. And we found butchering one, which I don't think that we have Yeah, we don't have an XP bonus on that. Then there's mechanics one. I mean, we're only on this is like day 2. Yeah, 1 day, 10 hours. If I power through the mechanics book, I mean, we might be able to get some useful information out of it. Let's move this. And it is raining, so we're gonna go upstairs, or let's actually take a look what we got on our food. Gonna eat this rice, yeah. Can practice the reloading skill as well with our M9 pistol. Contains the magazine, but it needs. Okay, so we're gonna open. Oh, there's 50 bullets in there. Damn, dude. Didn't think there would be 50 in a box. All right, let us eject that magazine. All right, and then this guy needs to be loaded. Okay, while that's loading, let's turn. We're gonna heat up our rice pan. Okay, it was uncooked. All right, I was gonna say. So cooking it should help with the unhappiness, and then we've got some spices that we can add to it. Put a little spice on it. Yo, where the fuck did that? Did it go back in? No. Okay. Rice uncooked. Let me add salt, because we've added a little bit of powdered onion. Let's put that back. Yeah, there you go. So now we will cook it, and then the boredom and the unhappiness malice are not there because we're not just eating plain rice. We've thrown a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of salt in there. Got to make good use of our cooking, you know. All right, and while we're gonna multitask. While we cook, we will read a book. Bam. All right, turn that off. Pull that in. All right, so we can go ahead and eat all of that rice that's freshly cooked. And this way we're not wasting our non-perishables. We're going through the perishable stuff first. All right, empty saucepan. I'm going to put in the side. We need to drink more. God. They really made me a thirsty guy. Was I only filling up one? Water glass. Okay, yeah, so these are all full. Odd. Okay, well, while that's going on, so it's 8:30 p.m. Let me go downstairs, and we're gonna take a look. Look at us with our pistol. Bam. So we got welding rods. We've got a claw hammer downstairs. We've got our backup light. 2 boxes of nails. Maintenance 1. Okay, cool. Yep, that was the other one that I wasn't sure. Maintenance is absolutely a book that we're going to read. So we're probably going to power through some of these books in the first week here. Yeah, and then we've got the iron pipe, the propane lantern bottle, the fine bolt cutters. We got wooden rod, medium handle, small handle, ratchet, and then like a lot of paint. The nails are what's important. Each box holds 100, so we have 200 nails. So now it just boils down to having wooden planks, right? I mean, if we want to board this house up, we're going to need some wooden planks. Do I have a sheet on me? I have one. We're going to put this sheet upstairs in the bed that we sleep in. Let's add that sheet. Window. Oh my God, I moved. My bad. All right, there is that. Now we have our 2 books, right? There is maintenance and mechanics that we just started. I would arguably say that maintenance is more important than the mechanics skill right now, so I'm going to put the mechanics back. Let's put mechanics level 1 back. Yeah, we are still on edge because we have not found anything to light our cigar yet. We need to find cigarettes or nicotine. All right. And we're gonna make it a nighttime ritual. Let's sit on the bed, simple bed. We will rest. And we will pull out our maintenance book, and we're gonna read for a couple of hours. We don't got to worry about the lighting. Before we had to have a flashlight on and spend time. I'm weepy and I'm thirsty. There's not enough water in the world for you, Frank. You're a thirsty bastard. All right, let's go to the bathroom. Handle that drink. There's got to be a bug. There's no way that like I'm drinking through 4 glasses. Like these hold 200 milliliters. Okay, so if they're not liters, I'll give it that. Never mind. All right, let's turn that off. Let's go to sleep. We will start our routine in the morning, and we're gonna get more cooking experience. All right, we're spending our week wisely, prioritizing seeing all of the life and living channels that we can catch a glimpse of. All right, let's take our patootie downstairs. Catch some TV. I'm gonna sit in my favorite chair over here. And then we're gonna read about maintenance, basic repairs, which we already have a level in maintenance, I believe. Yep. So we have an XP boost of 75%, and this is going to give us a multiplier. Oh, do we read through this faster, too? That would be dope. All right, so now we're going to get our cooking up to level 3. The night porter is dead. Was only resting watching the night, punching and kicking, with the stockbroker back on the loose. Ho, 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 the streets of Porter City have never been worse, and my profits have never been higher. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Only one man can stop him. Your investment's about to go bust. Return of the Night Porter. Now available to rent or buy at your local HitVids. Hey, you're with the Cook Show. Brought to you by Kitten Knives, fine American cookware. Now, I stood on the scales the other day. I got a shock, people. Got me thinking about a show that celebrates the healthy life. So here it is, the Salad Special. Just because there's leaves don't mean you'll heave. Take a bowl, and as a base, throw in some lettuce. Then we add cheese, ham, and we're almost at bam. Let's add in some mayo, maybe a bit more mayo. Bam. Light and delicious. Just don't have it too long, huh? Can't wait to hand this out to the team here. Well, there we go. We learned how to make some salad. No, okay. Evidently, my character was not reading this faster. Yeah, we'll get some of the boring stuff out of the way initially. You know, I mean, maintenance is pretty important. I mean, if I can get that multiplier as early as possible, that will absolutely help me. All right, and we're hungry again, so let's take a look at what we are dealing with. We got maple syrup, we got ham, we got bologna. There's that mutton chop, there's a TV dinner. I'll eat the TV dinner. We'll throw that in there. About to get wild, fam. Is that more? Yeah, no, okay. All right, we're gonna keep reading. We're gonna be thirsty again. Ugh. The thirst never ends. "41 Zeds killed with the favorite weapon being the steel rod right now. And it's been 1 day in 22 hours. That is again because I have modified the sandbox settings for the in-game. Dangerous, uncooked, it's still freezing. Okay, yeah, I modified the game time to be 2 hours of real lifetime is one in-game day. So kind of forces us to go a little bit slower or just to enjoy ourselves. We don't have to be at such a rushed pace. All right, I'm gonna speed this up. All right, there's that TV dinner. 670 calories, 81 carbs, 30. Yeah, so I mean that's a pretty balanced meal. Should keep our character happy. And look, we're using the fork. Where does that keep us at? Yep, see, so we're at 80. Staying happy. Okay, well, let's continue the adventure for the day. Let's put the 9mm rounds. I'm gonna put the gun in here. Because right now it's just taking up weight, you know. We will hold on to that. The pillow I'm gonna put in my bed. Really is no need for me to be carrying it around. We're sad. Yeah, We're miserable, ravaged by mourning and desperation. You're losing hope. It's kind of like real life. All right, while we are heading out... Oh shit, hang on. There's a paring knife and a carving fork. If I came here... Craft recipes. We can slice bologna. We can slice the bread. We're missing... Okay, that's... So... Oh, it's because it's frozen. Okay, so we can slice the bread. We can slice the bologna. We can make a sandwich. I mean, why not? All right, we're gonna move one of our breads up. Yep, and there's mustard, there's cheese. We're not gonna put maple syrup on there, don't worry. All right. Let's see if I hold the bread. I'm gonna just put the bread in the normal fridge and we're gonna go about our day for right now. And see what we can do. Now, Cortman Medical was that way. I want to see what is down this way. There's also the generator, so. Cortman Medical would be a great place to find stuff to help us with our now lingering depression. We are Mr. Depresso Espresso right now. 8:30 a.m. We need to keep an eye on that time as it gets closer to noon so that we get our carpentry skill leveled up. Currently level 3. Okay, so there we go. We got 2 Zeds. Hey, friends. Wham. All right. Another 2 coming our way. There's 1. There's 2. All right. We got 2 more Zeds that way. We seem to be safe. South. Okay, there's 4 Zeds. Focus on our next push. We got to move out of the neighborhood. We've been living in the neighborhood for a little too long. What is this? What do you got in there? Is that a screwdriver? Yeah, it looks like a screwdriver. Being all sneaky. Yeah, that's a screwdriver. Well, I'll take it. More flyers, stuff that we've already read. All right. Got 2 more. Anyone got SIGs? Whoa, getting a stutter. There we go. The game was stuttering there for a second. All right, let's do a quick perimeter walkabout here. All right, so you got a little shack over here. Is there anything in the shack? Anybody on the outside of the shack? More like I want to check. I'm going to see if the door is open first. Nope. All right, please don't have an alarm. Please don't have an alarm. Please don't have an alarm. Okay. Carpentry level 1. Electrical level 1. There we go. Maintenance level 2. And 4. And mechanics 4. And blacksmithing 4. And learning to make a wine glass and a lantern glass. Okay. Not what I was anticipating on finding, but whoop-de-woo. All right, we got 2 more. All right, here we are, here we are. All right, that might be everybody in the vicinity. It's 9:10 a.m. All right, door is open. Okay. Anybody home? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, we will fill up our water because we are plagued with the curse of needing to drink so much. Antidepressants. We don't need to be sad anymore. A shower cap. All right. Well, we're going to take the antidepressants. I'll take the sheets. Catalog brick factory. All right, we've got a red pen and a pencil. Take those. All right, what we got in the kitchen department? A stale cooked chicken leg. I mean, better to eat something when it's stale versus when it's bad, right? So this is not going to kill us. We can eat stale things. Just makes us a little bit bored and unhappy. But what else is new? Beggars can't be choosers. All right, we're burning. Turn that off. All right. We will go ahead and eat half of it. And while that's happening, we will steal the salt and the pasta. Brown sugar, cocoa powder. And are we? Yeah, we are full to bursting. Love to see it. Take those canned beans. All right. Yeah, dude, we are just making the most of the food that we have access to. All right, now there is measuring tape in there. So yeah, you can kind of see my strategy here has been going house to house and kind of just aggregating what we're finding and bringing it back, just centralizing it so I have all of my food in one place. A receipt in the trunk here. What about in this car? It's locked. How many zombies have we killed? Oops, keep pressing the wrong button. 52 already, with the steel rod being our favorite. It's all in a day's work for Frank. All right, Mr. Frank. Let's go drop our food off in the fridge. Let's do a pack of hot dogs, the salmon, bacon. Dude, he's living a high life compared to what I was dealing with last game. Jeez. All right, onion powder, put that pills. Put that away. All right, and then we got brown sugar and cocoa powder. Yeah, and here's all the books. Dude, we are just doing great with the books, except we are so sad. We are hopeless. What's the point in going on? Nothing good will ever happen. It can only good happen. Okay, let's move all of those. Dude, we're going to be in a much better state when we find some damn cigarettes. Oh, guy wants to smoke. Oh, we forgot to put the pasta and the salt away. Yeah, and what did I say? That mortar and pestle, yeah, I'm going to set that to the side for now. I'm going to put that in the utility closet because it's not going to be really of any use in the moment. I know that we're not going to be using it right now. And we'll move the screwdriver. All right, let's start crossing off some stuff. Let's go back to our character here. All right, and then I'm gonna change this. So this is gonna be our home. Home sweet home. All right, we have already gone to a couple of homes here. We went across the street and we just cleared that, that, and that. Yeah, so you can see we have not really gone very far out into the world. Zooming out, this is us. This is where we are. And Echo Creek was all the way that way. Or up this way. Dude, the map is so gigantic. Frank, why must you be so sad? All right, we're gonna go upstairs, put some more sheets on the windows. One window at a time. I guess not. Am I not gonna grab the sheet? Let's put it in the main inventory, see if that'll fix it. Window, add sheet. It's because we're at this weird angle, huh? Yeah, that's weird. Won't let me put it down. Okay, well, I will place it in the next best available spot. All right, and then we'll turn the lights off in the bathroom. We're almost ready for carpentry again. I'm really surprised with all of the books that we found so early on. This is very abnormal. What is this? Yeah, this is teaching us how to make glass. I'm going to move that. I'll deal with that later. All right, let's drink. Fill up our water glass. Am I not filling up this fucking plastic bottle? I don't know why it doesn't seem to be that I'm drinking from it. Well, the antidepressants seem to be working. I'm no longer hopeless. All right, we're digging a grave. Time to bury this guy. You know, we got to keep our area clean, you know. All right, we're gonna take a look at where that generator was. And we're gonna see what's going on. That window is open over there. All right, there's a person. Is the door unlocked? Nope. Whew. All right. I'm always worried. Always worried that is going to have an alarm. All right, we got metalworking chisel. We got a bellows. I'll take that. Epoxy. I will also take wire. I will take mechanics 1. Look, that's the 3rd copy. There's a welding torch. Planks. Large handles. Take those back. Can make things. Yep. Okay. So the generator, 100% condition. Yep. So we are going to move this generator back to the house, but I am going to take care of where did she go? That is concerning. There was a Zed out here. I will take that generator. And we're going to create a little, like an ongoing to-do list. This is kind of part of the ritual that I have with this character, Frank Fultz. That we open that map and we're going to be taking our notes there. It's going to serve as our long-running journal and diary. So you can all kind of see it evolve over time. Ooh. Okay, hang on. And drop the Jenny. There we go. Let's see if we can get this person over by the grave. Follow me, friend. I'd rather kill you by the grave. Less work for me to do. Grab the corpse. Bury it. Right on time, too. 11:40. All right, we will turn that TV on. I'm gonna rest in the red chair while it's doing its thing. Eat the rest of this chicken leg, even if it makes me sad. All right, then the book should be in here. Yeah, okay. Full to bursting, and we're at 80 with 1 weight going down. Yeah, see, because we have not been really dealing with our caloric needs. Now, thank you so much, everybody who has been joining this stream. If you have not clicked that like button, here's your reminder. Please, please, please click that like button. It'll help the algorithm send out more of my videos to other people, and we will continue to expand the community. And if you have not clicked that subscribe button, please do. Otherwise, like I say, the algorithm will suck you into a black hole and we will never see one another again. And that would just suck. Pun intended. Looks like we're learning to build some chairs today. 5 planks, 4 nails, and a yeehaw. That's all it takes. Ladies, can you be high? Leave it now. How is about some shelves? Some place for your jewelries, your precious stuff. 2 planks, 4 nails, go! Bang, bang. Just gotta bang. That's it. Oh, hey, sick of folks seeing you sunbathing? I was. Get it all the time. So I built me a fence. I was all 2 planks, 3 nails, bang, bang. And there she is. And so if you excuse me, I will just get comfy with my shirt off. Next time on Woodcraft, doors. Can I hear a yee-haw? In 1992, Governor Cal Fairweather made a promise he broke into. He said he'd invest. He said he'd clean up. He said the toxins discovered in our fields and forests would be eradicated. He failed. Vote Mahoney this fall. Vote for change. This has been an endorsed message by the Democrat Party. All right. And where does that put us in the book? Where are we at now? That puts us at 81 out of 220. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get us through the rest of this book. And that would mean that we would have finished both maintenance and cooking. So I'm going to get us through the rest of this. And this kind of sets the stage for the next stream. But yeah, dude, our maintenance level 1, we're gonna finish this book before we fucking know it. I think, yeah, we are definitely reading this faster than the other books. Probably because we have the 75% XP, like, proficiency bonus. We're almost there. We're almost there. Dude, he's so thirsty. All right, let's drink, or let's fill. Not sure why the TV was off. Glad that I caught that. All right, we will finish reading. Yeah, exposure survival. I'm Dean, and I'm going back to nature. Okay, so here's the deal. You're a long way from home. You're hungry. You're lost. You're alone. Life isn't all Coke floats and laughing it up. Find a river that's jumping with fish. Then build a rod. Take a stick or a branch, tie up some twine. Like this. Then use a paper clip on the end to snag those fish. Now, if you're a smart arse, you're saying, "Hey Dean, where'd the paperclip come from?" I always carry a paperclip, guys, and so should you. It's the first thing they teach in the Army. Until next time, guys. All right, we are about to finish our book here. For basic repairs. Bam! Love to see it. Yep, and then we already have maintenance level 3 as a book, which is fantastic. So our multiplier, this is going to decrease the chance of our melee weapons being damaged in this trained through melee combat. So, you know, now we have this XP modifier that when we go out there and we start whooping ass and taking names, that we're going to eventually level this up at a much quicker pace. Right. I mean, the next natural one is going to be electrical. I mean, this was kind of the godsend that we even found electrical level 1. I think I was looking for like all 100 days, and I didn't find it in the last build or last stream. Yeah, we're kind of doing the opposite of what we ended up doing in the last stream, which was like, let's go explore the world and then we'll find the books and stuff because we didn't get to watch the TV. With us being so kind of like bound to the television for some experience and finding these books, it makes the most sense to just set our character up, you know, from the get-go with as good of a chance as he possibly has to level these skills up at an expedited pace. So we go until about midnight. All right, I will turn the television off. We will fill all of our glasses. And then, I mean, I got a chocolate bar. Why not? Let's eat some chocolate. Be a little bit happy. And wow, look at that. 120 pages of electrical that we've already read. I don't know if our character is reading faster now that he has had some time to read. Would seem odd to me. Because, yeah, we are a slow reader. Takes the whole last day. All right, we will sleep with a pillow. I'm surprised that, I mean, I know it says that we're agitated, but we have not woken up with a nightmare. It has been raining several days in a row now. All right, we will rest in a red chair, read our electrical book. So we've got a 1.5 multiplier on electrical. Now, electrical is important because when you get electrical, I think to level 1 or level 2, and then your mechanics to level 3, I believe, is whenever you're finally able to hotwire cars. You just have to have the skill requirements, and then you have to have a screwdriver, and you would be able to hotwire a car. So if you don't have the key, and that's how we end up taking care of it. And our cooking, we ended up, where are we at with that? Yeah, okay, we're working toward level 3. Cool. And I don't think that we have another cooking book at this stage, unfortunately. So, but, you know, getting our cooking back to kind of like where it was by the end of 90 days after not having, you know, read books and stuff like that, pretty good. Brought to you by the Kitten Knives Fine American Cookware. Today we're getting a taste of Asia with a frying pan. Now, minding you don't cut yourself with this. Super sharp kitten knife. Cut your pork to pieces and throw it into a fry. Then add some fresh vegetables. I'm using onion to start, then bell pepper and eggplant. If you're hungry, then try it out with some noodles. Ooh. See, cooking can be fun and easy. And it's always healthy. Puts a smile on your face and bam, a spring in your step too. Now you have a great day. We're gonna finish this electrical book. And our cooking is 147.5 out of 300. So we're about halfway to level 3. Yeah, and then with the base level electronics too, I mean, we can go around to the dead people and start like dismantling their watches and stuff. Dismantling electronics. All right, and then, I mean, the only other level 1 book that we currently have access to right now is Butchering. Which I'm gonna make a sandwich. So So we've got this. Let's do show craft recipe. We are going to craft 3 slices of bread. Ooh, we can toast it. All right, we are going to slice the bologna. Requires a toaster and you can't craft it. Okay. All right, we will create a sandwich from bologna slices. And that's already 15. All right, and then that sandwich, we will add some processed cheese. And we should have mayo. All right, we got mustard. Mustard as a seasoning. Mustard sandwich, fresh. I put that in the wrong spot. He's got just a mustard sandwich. There we go. That's bologna and processed cheese sandwich and mustard, fresh. Okay. Let's go ahead and just make the rest of that sandwich so we don't have a mustard sandwich. All right, so you got bologna and mustard sandwich. Add a random condiment and add a random sausage. All right, well, I'll put the rest of the bread slices back in the normal, not in the freezer, in the normal fridge. And our bologna slices in there as well. But this goes to show you, right? Like if you're just eating the raw ingredients, you're gonna go through it much faster. So, and you're getting more out of this. So I'm getting my boredom reduced, my unhappiness reduced, and look, it's 20 hunger. So let's go ahead and eat the entire bologna sandwich. And our cooking should go up to, 151.25. All right. And since it's 10:41, we're going to continue. I'm just going to get through the level 1 books that I have. It is in-game, it is day 3. So we technically, we are well ahead for being... Ooh. Okay. We just fast forwarded past that. I hope I got skill points for that. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, we're level 3. That's weird. I don't know if we were already level 3 or if we just didn't get any experience because we sped past it. That would be sad. Dude, that buzzing sound is driving me nuts. There we go. I gotta turn that off. Finish reading about butchering. Set us up for the evening. Oh, dude, look at that. My guy is turned on the chair. That's the first time I've seen that. Getting ready to eat the rest of our bologna sandwich. Reading like a book a day. And the butchering is going to be helpful with the animals, right? Because we're talking like long term. You want to be able to catch some animals. You want to butcher them. You want to dry them on meat racks. All right, it's almost survival time. Survival o'clock. Let's eat our sandwich, our bologna sandwich. Empty plastic bottle. Yeah, we're gonna be thirsty here soon. For all intents and purposes, I think the only thing that we're really missing at this point is cigarettes for our character. Maybe like better water, obviously. For birthdays, vacations, or just a fun day out, you'll have extreme fun at Fun Extreme. Nice. Fun Extreme. Welcome back to Exposure Survival. I'm Dean, guys, and I'm back with nature. All right, so you're closing in on Everest Base Camp. But it's getting dark. It's cold as hell, and oxygen isn't there. What do? You build a fire. Take a handful of stones and make a circle. Then you need fuel. Anything that burns. Planks, sticks, old newspaper, books, bandages. Add a bit of old rocket fuel. Get it, eh? And flick your lighter like this. There's a fire right there. You'll be warm and the Sherpas will love it. Shout out to the 42nd. Until next time, guys. To the Dean from Exposure Survival. All right, and then we're near the end of our butchering book. That's 171. Yeah, we should be able to finish this off easily today. Yeah, all right, 220 pages. There it is. All right. I mean, all of our level 1, butchering, cooking, and electrical, level 1, and maintenance. So, I mean, we've read 4 books. I mean, the only other one that we have not read at this point is mechanics. Do I dare take us through one more day? I think I shall. I think that we'll go through one more day, and then we're going to take stock of where we are, and we will be wrapping up the stream. It's been about 3 hours today. But we're not closing out just yet. We're going to finish out this auto book that we have. We're on a roll. We can make sandwiches too, man. Love it. Okie dokie. Let's open normal. We're going to create a sandwich from bologna slices. I'm going to craft some ham slices. It requires a surface. Okay, hang on. Let's move over to the countertop. And we're going to slice some ham. Yeah, do a little bit of bologna and ham sandwich. That's what I'm looking for. So there's a bologna sandwich, and then we will add a ham slice. And then we will add mustard. Yeah, there we go. All right, we can eat half of our sandwich right now. Really making the most of what we have in terms of our food. And that's something I think that you kind of learn over time as you play Zomboid more and more, is how to not waste your resources. Let's fill up our water. All right. We will rest on the bed, read our mechanics book until about midnight. Hope everybody has been enjoying the stream so far. I know that it was unfortunate that we lost our character, but I think that we're off to a phenomenal start, if I do say so myself. After having gone through the pain of losing Frank not once but twice in the last 3 hours. Once by incompetence and the other by the Build 42 update. Yeah, if you want to see me accidentally absolutely butcher this thing, take a look at earlier in the stream whenever I was not paying attention and I was explaining something to the chat and absolutely got nuked by a zombie. That was totally my bad. All right, we're gonna turn that down. We're gonna eat the rest of our bologna sandwich. All right, we will... Can I sit, please? Red chair, rest. stats? Our stats are looking pretty good. Hey there, welcome back to the Cook Show. Brought to you by Kitten Knives, fine American cookware. Now I hear it all the time. Why so simple? I'll tell you why so simple. I want to make healthy cooking as easy as standing in line at Spiffos or sitting in Pizza World. Now I love a BLT. That's bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. It's God's gift to bread. So, let's make one together. First, you cook up that bacon. I like mine as crispy as all heck, but you do it to your liking. Then you take your bread and add in that bacon. Then tomato and your lettuce. Not much lettuce, not too much. And bam, easy as that. Just like Mom used to make. And if you want to be a bit more decadent, one word. Meat patty. I take mine with an egg to hold it all together. Who can resist a juicy burger? See you tomorrow, everyone. And that put our cooking at, look, we're almost to level 3. And this is day 4? Day 3. Yeah, we're about to be on day 4. All right, we'll keep reading through mechanics. That coughing is new. That coughing is a byproduct of our character having the smoker trait. They added that as a feature in build 42. Which we haven't gotten to see it in practice nearly as much. But don't you worry, I'm sure that at the most inconvenient time, we will. We're hungry again. Dude, if we can get, later in the day, if it's going to be like an auto one that's going to talk about mechanics, that would be dope. That would be dope. All right, we're going to go at normal speed here. I feel like I did not get my credit for the last time that we did this. $210. We got 10 pages left, and then we'll make another sandwich, Frank. Don't you worry. Y'all are watching Woodcraft, your one-stop shop for home improvement. We're there. Advanced carpentry. Yeehaw. Now, I broke my bed last week. I'll spare you the details as y'all would blush. I needed a new place to rest my head, and I needed it quick. So what did I do? I'll show you. Let's build a bed, ladies. Let's do it now. 6 planks, 4 nails, 1 mattress, bang bang, yeehaw, bang, yeehaw, bang. And there she is. But the test drive, that can wait. We done the exciting stuff, but I've also got to show you how to make a large table. It's no bed, and that's for sure. Take 6 planks and 4 nails. Bang, bang, bang. Neat, huh? Next time, I'm taking y'all upstairs. On stairs. Till next time. Woodcraft. All right, this is very much so looking like it's going to be our last day for today's stream. So with the last little bit of time that we do have, let's make ourselves a sandwich. And then we'll update the map. Okay. Let's see. I think it's the bread. I got an additional bread in here. Okay. And then there's mutton chop. There's the beef patty. There's the bacon. All right, we will turn the oven on for a little bit just to unfreeze this guy. You can use an entire bread as a fishing lure. So we've definitely made the food situation last a whole lot longer than I have in times past. Who would have thought that actually cooking would lead to long-term survival? Still frozen. Okay. All right, we are almost unfroze. And there we go. The bread is fresh now. All right, we'll turn that oven off. We're going to take that bread and we are going to cut it into some slices. All right, we don't need to toast it. But let's stand over here. Let's get our bread slices turned into a sandwich. Add a little bit of ham to it. All right, and with our ham sandwich, we will add some bologna. And we shall add some mayo. Or sorry, some mustard. 25. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic. All right, and that took the malice away. Heck to the yes, my friends. All right, so let's do a little bit of a recap, shall we? And let's sit down in our red chair here. We could fill this all out together, everyone. All right, so we will be ending the stream today with the following statistics. Mr. Frank Fultz is now at a weight of 80. He's remained that way for the last 4 days and 3 hours, and he's got one arrow pointing up. Again, his traits are short of breath, motion sensitive, slow healer, weak stomach, slow reader, smoker, high thirst, but his positives are cat eyes, outdoorsy, herbalist, and wilderness knowledge. We have 54 Zeds killed, with the steel rod being our favorite weapon, and we've currently survived for 4 days and 4 hours. To set us up for the skills, just letting everybody know, we are at base level aiming and reloading. In our combat, we've got axe level 1 with base level long blade, long blunt. Our maintenance is currently at level 1 with a 75% XP boost and a ×3 multiplier toward level 2 right now. We've got base level short blade, short blunt, and spear. For our crafting, base level blacksmithing, haven't gotten there yet. And our carpentry is currently level 3. Doesn't look like we were getting any experience from that last video. Maybe it's because our character already knows that stuff, but we are currently at level 3 carpentry, working toward level 4 carving, level 1 cooking. We are very close to completing level 3. Our electrical is base level, but we now have a multiplier of 3 on that guy. Base level glass making, level 1 napping, and then again, the rest are all base for crafting, masonry, mechanics, pottery, tailoring, and welding. But mechanics, we also have a ×3 multiplier. Under our farming, we were able to level our agriculture up by 1 by watching the television today. And we have base level animal care and base level butchering, but we have a ×3 multiplier from reading that book as well. The current state of our physical fitness is level 5 for fitness and strength, and base level for light-footed, nimble, running, and sneaking. And then our last but not least, the survival side of things, base level first aid, level 1 fishing, which we are about a quarter of the way there toward fishing level 2. Our foraging is level 4 with a 125% XP boost. We have base level tracking and level 2 trapping with 100% XP boost being there. So Frank is really setting himself up for some success in the near future. Taking a look at the map as we close everything out for the day. You're going to see that we haven't really moved beyond our initial neighborhood too much. We have spent a decent amount of time reading our books. So let's go ahead and add our next objective. So our main objective right now, main objectives, and we'll say main objectives for the time being, right? What are we looking at doing? We want to visit Cortman Medical. That is going to be up at the top. We are going to want to find a car. We will want to find a rubber tube for gas, right? We are going to want to find a gas can or gas cans. Right, we will continue watching TV ×3. All right, we will, if we can, right, we want to, so we have a hammer, we have nails, we want to find an axe. Find an axe, that's up there. We will want to prep for the heli event, say helicopter. Now that prep for the helicopter event is going to be, like board up windows / doors. And then, I don't know, like find entertainment. So that's the basics, right? We will want to find more nails, but I mean, we have 200. So the long-term goals, right? So I'm going to put this underneath so we don't forget this. Long-term goals. Make that nice and big. We're going to say drive to Echo Creek. Establish Camp Fultz. All right. Longer term goals as well. We will want to level up foraging. We are going to want to learn to use a Jenny. So we got drive to Echo Creek, establish Camp Fultz, level up our foraging, learn to use a generator. I mean, if we can find shotgun, and I'll include plus ammo. Oh no, what the hell? I need to type that again. I don't know what just happened. Find shotgun plus ammo. Find sledgehammer. And we're gonna have to get back to our 1,000 kills. Kill 1,000 Zeds. Oops. Zeds. ... Again. All right. Okay, yeah, other objectives, right? We are going to want to find out emergency broadcast frequency. Okay, I think that establishes, our initial goals. So we have basically survived in one cell for the last couple of days. We have not even made our way out onto the main streets. Cortman Medical, if you have not seen it, let's hit escape. This is Cortman Medical, so we literally will be going down the street to see Cortman Medical. More of the town is going to be up and to the left for us to explore. We will be able to find the gardening center that will likely have, machetes and other implements for us to use. Muldra has a lot more resources than Echo Creek ever did. So ending up on our main objectives for where we are going to be aiming for the stream for Mr. Frank Fultz. Our main objectives moving forward will be to visit Cortman Medical, find a car, find a rubber tube, find gas can or gas cans. We will continue watching the TV 3 times a day. We are going to find an axe. We need to prepare for the helicopter event. So that means boarding up our windows and doors, finding entertainment, and then we need to find out the emergency broadcast frequency if we are going to properly prepare for that helicopter event. And our long-term goals, just so that we stage and center this, right? We want to drive to Echo Creek and establish Camp Fultz. Frank Fultz, while living in Muldra, has been, great. He thinks that moving toward Echo Creek and establishing more of a footprint out in the wilderness and claiming a camp for himself. That is the primary long-term goal that we will be working toward. And as part of that, we'll be leveling up our foraging along the way, learning to use a generator, finding shotgun and ammo, finding a sledgehammer, and eventually we are going to have to kill 1,000 zombies again. Because our game got wiped because of the upgrade. So that wraps up stream 1, or I guess stream 14, but the first stream of Frank Fultz Chronicles Reanimated. I just want to say thank you very much to every single person that has joined along on the stream thus far and for engaging in the chat. If you have not clicked like and subscribe, please do. It will help the algorithm push the videos out to more people so that we can get more lovely people in this community. Now, if you have never stayed around for the intro or the outro, I do make my own custom music that I've been playing on the channel, so stick around for that. And I will plan on seeing you guys later this week. If I can shoot for a Friday stream this week and a Sunday stream, I will do so. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Once again, I am just some dude on the internet, and this has been the Frank Fultz Chronicles. I will see you in the next episode.